I'm ready to get into House of Vicious, y'all. Just relocated to Texas. A lot of people did. After Ida, there were a lot of people that was like, girl, we is done. We are done. If I move to Cali, I'm gonna be trying to buy a house. Like real shit, I will probably either rent this out or sell this and then try to buy property in California. Maybe like Burbank or somewhere that's not as expensive as Los Angeles, but maybe I might be like an hour out, something like that. I still need to live, dispensaries, Target, you know what I'm saying? Like I need my stores. Trader Joe's, okay? But outside of that, I don't need to live in a city like that. I could be an hour out the city in California and live an incredible life, okay? Y'all know if there are any areas like that. Cause I keep looking at Erica De Niro like, which way you live at? I ain't trying to be in your business, but I'm just trying to. Okay. I'm licensed in California, would love to help. Don't tell me that, because y'all know I love to work a good BondyBlue uh resource out this bitch. Okay, look, I love to get contact with people who know me from this. Makes the work easier for me sometimes. Keep your current home so you use income, build your real estate. That's what I want to do, Monica. That's what I really want to do. It's just very difficult right now. It's like, it's one of them times that you know, you wish you could just go, give some Mercedes experiences out to some people and make some fucking money. Like I ain't fucking nobody, but I wrap myself around a pole and stare into your eyes for a good 2 hours for 10 bands. You know what I'm saying? Like help me out. It's a struggle. Mm. But y'all, the urgency during this time of the year, like I thought we made it through. Apparently, maybe not. So we're gonna keep our fingers crossed, y'all, that nothing happens to this house while it's currently falling apart. Still got shit wrong with this house that I gotta get fixed from the last one, and it's just child. Oh Lord, y'all pray for me here. Y'all send the Lord's angels over. So me pray for me, y'all. Okay, y'all ready? All right, let's go. So House of Vicious. Tammy wanted to let me know that the reason why last week's episode was so damn drawn out with them scenes was because they shot the show to be 30 minutes when it was supposed to go on its streaming service. But when it ended up getting bought by, getting put on BET was like, we needed to be an hour. So they had to stretch what they had, which means they did not have a lot of other material to use in certain places. Understood. Okay, understood. And that's the reason why we haven't seen any scenes with her and Raven in flagrante delicto. Okay. So Chantel's daddy is gone, y'all. Okay. We back in Chantel's childhood, but she is like 18 years old at this time. Chantel is pregnant. And her mom says, I'm gonna tell you what my mama told me. You can get married or you can go to Dr. Donna's clinic, because you're not gonna bring a bastard into my household. Y'all, I wish people didn't care about things like that. I really do. Like, I really wish people didn't care about, somebody having a bastard child. Like, it's one thing when somebody, does a Martell Holt to somebody. Like, that's one thing. But it's a whole nother thing when somebody gets pregnant at a young age out of wedlock, and, even saying out of wedlock, like, who fucking cares? Like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like people be worrying about the wrong shit. Like, you don't want the baby because you don't want a bastard in your bloodline, as opposed to the drug addicts and the crazy people. Like, it's, as opposed to all of the other things that are in your bloodline that you can't control. Like, that's just such a crazy thing to think about. Now that I'm older and I think about these things in a real way, because I feel like people glaze over these things because it's always the way it's been. But if you actually probe and think for a second, you sound crazy as hell. You know how many kings wasn't the princes weren't actually the king's child, but one of the damn knights? We won't even get into it, okay? They went down there to Dr. Donna's clinic, but Chantel could not do it. And so they gave the baby away. and she regretted it and was depressed about it. And it's so funny because knew I knew that damn assistant, that's being played by Tammy's real daughter, Lyric. Yeah. I was like, Lyric playing the little daughter that's mad at you for giving her up all of those years ago. That's what's going on here. Chantel got arrested because Dana, the side chick, pressed charges against her for ruining her kitchen and living room area. And Kane goes over to Dana to tell her to drop the damn charges. He and Chantel are raising that baby. And she was like, she came in here trying to kill me and our baby. And he was like, bitch, she wasn't trying to kill you, first of all. Second of all, I wouldn't even let you raise my baby. Which is my baby, bitch? You crazy? You must be crazy. And she was like, Kane, I was there for you. And Kane was like, oh, were you? Or were you just here to get presents and gifts and money? Were you there when I needed somebody to talk to, when I needed somebody to build with? No, bitch, that was Chantel, my wife. Okay? And basically now Dana has become a pregnant crazy bitch that gotta go, ho. You gotta go. So y'all, Milan is weird. It's giving, I don't know whether you're a nice guy or a fuck boy. I'm not sure exactly yet, but it's giving, I'm teetering on both. I'm teetering on, I know how to pretend to be a good guy, but really, I'm a fuck boy. Either way, Milan is dating Avery, and he brings Avery over to his home, which has a lot of drawings and art inside, and it's real, like, grotesque vampire interview with the vampire type bed situation. It's got like a real big headboard with the shit swirling and all of this, and she just keep looking at the bed. She want the dick, and he's like, hey, and I'm like, that's embarrassing. That's embarrassing for a man to see you being that thirsty for the dick. Like, if you haven't already got it, like, let me be clear. If you've already gotten it, girl, fine. But being thirsty for dick you haven't even got yet, to the point that you staring at his bed because you would rather have sex with him right now instead of a conversation, Avery, pull it back. Avery, go home and masturbate and pull it back. Okay. But yes, he wants her to do positive affirmations in the morning. He wants them to have a routine. He says, yes, our mornings, we're going to do positive affirmations, meditation. We're going to go sailing every day. And then he gets a text and he has to leave. He doesn't give much explanation. He just rushes out. And when he leaves, he said, I'm going to get a car to pick you up. She takes her homegirls. He playing with me. It's over. He just going up and dip and don't even give me a real explanation. The fuck, So she confronts him later on at work. And he tells her this isn't the time or the place for her temper tantrum. And if she would like to have a conversation with him, she can pull him to the side. Okay, because they're at work. She closed it. Well, she didn't close the door, but she walked into his office because she was kind of going back and forth in her mind with fucking him and then having this real argument in which he flipped it on her and told her that she was the one that didn't know how to communicate, when no, nigga, you didn't communicate adequately when you left me in your apartment and then had a car pick me up. And then when I text you later on, you never text me back. Yeah, it feel like you playing games and I ain't got time for this because you ain't that cute anyway. Lying her ass off. I don't even know why you said all of that. I wouldn't have said none of that. Honestly, I'm going to tell y'all, women, y'all going to have to learn how to stop letting these niggas know you mad. I think it's important to sometimes say nothing. Say nothing. I don't have to argue with you. We don't have to have a conversation in which good grief. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Like, you're exasperated with me because I expected you to communicate with me after you had just finished telling me what our mornings were going to look like moving forward. I don't know, y'all. First of all, I appreciate a man with a plan. I appreciate a man that, wants to fit you into his life, but you're not about to tell me what I'm doing every morning. Like, what are you even talking about? You know what I'm saying? Like, coming into your life like he's about to make you better while simultaneously doing fuckboy type things, like dropping you at the sign of a text message, rushing off, and then not texting you later to clear things up. I don't know. I ain't like it at all. But they kiss and make up. It's fine. Izzy Izzy comes into Chantel's dressing room after she finished, booking and all of that and got released from the jail. She's in her dressing room doing cocaine, and Izzy come running in talking about, bitch, why you didn't call me? You know I got the Santa Marta ready for you. Okay, now if you trying to kill Kane, you gotta wait for a full moon, girl. I need to get some candles and some green bananas. We can't have you out here going to jail. Why you ain't call me? And Chantel was like, Izzy, if you don't calm the fuck down, I'm the one on cocaine. What is you doing all this for? Chantel basically says, I was not trying to kill anybody. And she says, I would never kill Kane and get caught. But more specifically, no, I went and tore up the house he bought for that bitch with my money. And Izzy was like, Chantel, where are the boundaries? Where are the boundaries, Chantel? And Chantel grabs Izzy's wrist and sees the bruises on them and says, Izzy, me and Kane have something that not many people are going to understand. We were both in some fucked up situations and we dragged ourselves out of it, out the mud together. Y'all know, y'all trauma bonded and you think y'all got something that other people can't understand. Girl, that sounds crazy as hell to me. Whenever somebody says we have something that other people can't understand, I say, bitch, how you figure that? How you figure that? We have all seen toxic relationships, bitch. One of the first things we read in middle school was Romeo and Juliet about some damn teenagers doing murder-suicide because their parents didn't want them to be together. And you think we don't understand this type of toxic ass love, bitch? We've seen Jerry Springer. We've been here for all of the reality TV shows, the women sticking beside him and shit. Brandy still with her husband that had slept with 2,000 women and shit. Child, we know what it looked like. We know what this is. Don't explain to us. Like, we know what a drug dealer girlfriend looked like. Okay, stop it. I can't stand when people act like they doing something new. Their situation is so different. No, the fuck it's not. It's not different. It's not. But okay. After she explains what her situation with Kane is like, she asked Izzy to do her a favor. Izzy said, what she say? Tell that nigga Dom, if he put his hands on you again, I'ma beat his ass. Okay? Because apparently Izzy got an abusive boyfriend. Right. And I love that Chantel said that in the, because they have voiceovers. And Chantel was like, how you got the Santa Marta for me and she letting you get your ass beat? Make it make sense. Okay. So y'all, I don't know why they keep letting Chantel do interviews when she high, but I guess when there's no jailing around, we just gonna go through with the interview. Kane ain't worth shit. Kane is in the control room watching them shoot this interview. Chantel is high as a kite. The person interviewing her can tell. Everybody around can tell, but we just letting the shit take place. And he in there looking at the screen like ain't nothing wrong when old boy Bishop comes in. Y'all know what Bishop on. Y'all stole from me. After I did everything for you, nigga, I took you under my wing. I'm even the one that called you when your mama was out there ass naked in the street. I want everything you and Raven stole from me. Everything. Plus interest. Or I'm going to come for House of Vicious. I was like, all right, we're going to be out here rhyming all night. Chantel starts having a moment. Okay, and then passes out and, ambulance child. I said, what the hell is going on? Okay. Y'all know what it was given. Okay, Lisa, it is given, giving up. So hard to do when you really love someone. Giving up. Y'all don't know nothing about that sparkle, okay? Lord knows I tried, but I just can't turn him loose. When my light of hope is buried in him, but in my heart I prayed it. That my love and faith in the man will bring him back someday. Hey, give it up. Ambulance, 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 ambulance. Okay. Not Sparkle 1976. You better know it, okay? But that's what her little moment, okay, was giving me. So, right? Okay, that's it. Wasn't just like it, like the hell. Okay, was sorry, y'all. All right, y'all. Okay, but she passed out. Now y'all remember Jalen quit last episode, so Jalen went home to her husband that was in all the Tyler Perry plays, and they sit down to pray. And her phone is ringing off the hook. And I hate when people do this because I'm like, if it's on vibrate, you could turn it on mute. Okay. Because my phone be on mute. Like I can't with all the goddamn buzzing all damn day. Okay. I'll get to the phone when I get to the phone. Okay. So she finally answers the phone because he was like, go ahead and answer it. Go ahead and answer. So she answered the phone. And they tell her what's going on. She said, okay, I'm coming. I got to go. And he's like, what the fuck? And she was like, listen, it's Chantel. It's always Chantel. It's like, nigga, she in a hospital. Please don't make me feel bad about caring about this lady. Oh, my God. So she leave so she can go check on Chantel, right? Everybody else was down to the hospital, including Milan, Avery, Izzy, everybody once she passed out, right? So she in there in the hospital bed, and Milan and Avery leave, and we find out that Milan got a little boy that he had to go and look after, which is the reason why he didn't give her any reason. He just left. And I never understand why niggas always hide that they have kids. Like, it's so weird to me, like how men have the ability to just be out here living their life and nobody knows they have a child. Like, oh my God. Anyway, so she cool with it though. She was like, oh, all right, then I get it. I get it. Of course you get it. Kane goes to Karen to talk about selling some stocks. And he wants to make like a short sell. And Karen tells him that he can't do it because it'll seem like insider trading if their stock plummets. But then she turns around and tells him that the stock actually is rising because the more their lives implode, the more people are interested in the company. That sounds ass backwards. I wouldn't believe nothing that this white lady was saying. And then again, Kane, this would be your fault again because you're the one who brought her in. She texts somebody when he leaves dejected that the eagle just became the pigeon. I was like, what the fuck is going on? It's feeling like white people trying to infiltrate so they can steal black people company like Famous Amos. Anyway, y'all was so hurt when we found out that Famous Amos wasn't owned by Famous Amos no more. Like Famous Amos people, I hope they got some money for that shit. I hope they live very comfortable because they sold Famous Amos cookies. Child, back in the day, in the 90s, my mama used to sell them Famous Amos cookies up out the shop. Girl, you get you a little bag of Famous Amos cookies, put them in them. Don't put the bag in there, spoil, but you need to put it on paper towel, put it in the microwave, 10 seconds. Okay, best shit ever. Anyway, the little shit hood kids did when they was at their mama's shop all day. Anyway, Dana is sitting in her kitchen watching a rerun of Kane and Chantel on the news. She's crying in her wedding dress, talking about, I should kill Chantel. That evil, sick bitch. You chose her over me, but she doesn't deserve you. She doesn't deserve you. And I'm going to have to fix it, just like I did with Ivy. And now it's like, oh, bitch, you killed Ivy, the trans prostitute. Okay, it makes sense with your crazy ass. Sitting there in a wedding dress, pregnant, losing your mind, plotting on killing a bitch that's paying your bills. Make it make sense. Child, Chantel was down there at the hospital for 3 days. Her mama finally showed up. I said, y'all, I felt two ways. I was like, if her mama there, it's because her mama is the only one that's gonna be able to get her ass up out of that bed. And bitch, you need to get your ass up out of that bed. But her mama is a subject of a lot of her trauma. So I cannot wait for her to wake her ass up so we can see interactions between grown Chantel and her mama, because her mama is something else. Okay, it's crazy to watch somebody be bitter and act out their anger on you, but still love you. Oh Lord, I reminds me of my father. Anyway, y'all, it was a good episode. Okay. I really hope they get picked up for a second season, because I feel like if they get picked up for a second season with BET's budget, okay, it's gonna be on, because the writing is already good, the story is already good. As far as I'm concerned, it's different. Like, it's definitely giving, like, black people bold and the beautiful. And I feel like Tyler Perry shouldn't be the only person y'all let put the stories on BET for black people. Okay. Okay. So anyway, you guys, y'all go ahead, like the video, and we're going to move on to the other shit that I want to talk about, y'all.